Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. I got you, boy. Go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Herbert, hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go get it.
2nd and 4. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
Escaping the pressure right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens?
Cook stripped, the ball's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anywhere.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the 22-yard line.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Here we go.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go heavy.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 8 read. Stop your running.
They'll run with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Miller. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pass complete from Watson to Akins. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On first down, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he is all the way up past the 25. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Throwing on first down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Herbert. And he's got Amendola on the connection. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ben Gideon coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. After the run, Watson going to throw. And he finds Stills complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw, Watson going deep here for Stills. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills, 45 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
On third down, Herbert. Looking deep now for Amendola. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Open man is QT, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Second and 6. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Eat. All right.
From the gun on third down. Herbert. And he finds Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Big grip. Big grip.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. That's a big game. Now Watson, screen play, Johnson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he works works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 27, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him running the football away. Yep. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on second down. Herbert, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly. And
he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And this hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Zach Cunningham able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Again, it's Cook. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Herbert now a desperation throw. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason?